What's going on, everyone? It's Abdallah here, bringing you guys a list of the top 10 things I want to see in Yokai Watch 4 on Nintendo Switch. Welcome to it. Now, I can typically go through and make an edited video and call it what it is, but I want to take this a step further, and we are going to live stream our thoughts about this. Now, this video is going to be a discussions-based video. This isn't just something that you watch and you think about it and you keep it to yourself. No, this video is going to be something that I implore you guys to interact with in the comment section below. What do you guys want to see in Yokai Watch 4? Let me know in the comments, regardless of if you're watching live or if you're watching post. I want to hear from you, and that's the most important thing. Got it? Good. Give me a thumbs up in the chat if you guys are ready for this, but we're going to drop this down. And really, what this video is all about, it's an open letter to the development team over in Level 5 Japan, because they're still working on this game. And if we come up with some pretty cool ideas that we would want to see in Yokai Watch 4, who knows, maybe the devs can actually implement some of them. Am I right? Anyway, it's going to be a fun one. So thanks for coming. Thanks for enjoying all of this. And yeah, you guys are great. So if you guys are excited for Yokai Watch 4, let me know in the comments. If you guys are super excited just overall in general that Yokai Watch 4 is coming out soon, I'm super pumped. So yeah, I'm ready for it. All right, so I guess we're gonna first off start with my list. It's not in any particular order. It's just gonna be like the top 10 things. Like, this is what's on my mind. This is what I want to talk to you guys about. So I'm glad that you guys are here. Thanks for coming. Okay, so I guess the biggest elephant in the room is going to be localization. That's not going to be one of my things on the list. I have like 10 bullet points, but localization is just going to be an assumed thing, right? We all want localization, right? Localization takes and costs money in order to do so. The Level 5 team is relatively small, and in order to maximize on time, you're going to need to outsource localization to another company to get that localized. If it can get localized in just English, I think that would be really cool, but then of course it's also very selfish. But at the same time, you got to think about like other markets involved too. So a localization entire team to get that going with many different languages would be something that I would really hope would happen. Okay, so localization out of the way. It will cost lots of money in order to do so. But anyway, we're going to figure that out. So number one, I'm going to go through my list, and then feel free, as I'm talking about these things, feel free to jot down any notes that you guys may have or what your thoughts are on the entire issue. But ultimately, it's going to be a discussions video, and that's exactly what we're doing here. So I'm glad you guys are here. All right, so localization, we already talked about. We're assuming that if this game gets localized, all these other things may come into play. So number one on my list is, again, in no particular order, is going to be something that I hold dear and true to myself when I play through these games. It's a 100% Medallion reward, right? Raise your hand in the comments if you guys have 100%ed the Yokai Watch Medallion. Any of them. Yokai Watch 1, 2, 3, Blasters, Sengokushi? I've never, no, don't even try to 100% Sengokushi, no way. That will not happen. But yeah, I've done that for all the main series games, and I like it. It's fun. It's going through and trading, or if you play in Yokai Watch 1, there's no trading, so good luck with that one. But going through and doing the 100% Medallion is hard. It's hard to do so, simply because you will... you're going to have a hard time getting them, for starters, and it takes a long time to do so. I see a lot of you guys. Raphael got one, The Lonely Artist. Okay, I see the Salty Basement raising their hand. I mean, Pixar, it didn't happen, am I right? But anyway, it doesn't matter. But what I'm trying to get at is, whenever you 100% the Medallion in the games, all you get is a little splash screen that says you completed the Medallion, and that's it. Now, throughout the history of the main series games, the dev team may have thought that, okay, well, if you're completing the Medallion, let's reward you by giving you legendary yokai. That's like the original 100% reward, because it's like, okay, well, you're taking the time to find all these really obscure yokai that are on these seals, and you're getting them, and then therefore your entire reward is going to be that. And then they took it a step further. They came out with yokai circles, where there's many different yokai that you're going to get, and once you piece these circles together, you're going to get these little items and this and that. No, I'm talking about a 100% reward. Like, what I want to see, and I'm really big on this one, is like a crown. Like, I want to see a crown on Nate. dude. Like, imagine like Nate is over here, like walking through the game, right? We'll kind of scroll through over here. Like, let's see, like Nate's walking through the game. Imagine you're playing through this. Of course, it's going to be in post game because you got to collect all the yokai. Imagine if you can see like Nate just wearing a crown, or if you're playing on Natsume's storyline, or Toma, or Shin, whatever. Give Nate the crown. That's what I want to see. I think I would really like it if you could put a crown on the yokai that's going to be following you. I think that would be absolutely amazing. Yeah, so like let's say you have a partner yokai that's following you, like Whisper over here. Wouldn't it be cool to also have the ability to either wear it on your playable character or put the crown on your yokai partner that's following you? I think that would be really, really fun. So anyway, other than that, you guys can see over here that Nate is wearing his watch and everything, which is cool and all, but let's take it a step further, and let's say, for example, that if you get a 100% medallion, you can go to a shop. You can go to a shop and then potentially purchase a golden yokai watch. Wouldn't that be awesome? And no, I'm not talking about the treasure watch. That was like a piece of junk item inside Blaster's T and Yokai Watch 3. No, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about like an actual gold yokai watch. That would be amazing. Like a gold yokai watch ogre, gold yokai watch elder. Look at that, dude. And you have it. And like, let's say that you use it instead of like this blue aura, it would change to like gold. How cool would that be? Just only for those that have completed the game. That's just something small. Anyway, so yeah, that was pretty interesting. So that's my number one thing going on the list. Number two. Okay, some of you guys are really, really insistent on the summoning songs. Hey Abdallah, how do you unlock the summoning songs app on Yokai Watch 3? Where's the summoning songs? Like, I don't understand that. I truly don't understand, like, what is everyone's obsession with the summoning songs in the game? Like, truly, I don't. I like them. Yeah, cool. I can listen to the summoning songs by putting in a medal into my yokai watch. Sure. I can listen to the Blaster summoning songs, which, in everyone's opinion, weren't really that great compared to the original ones. Especially that Wicked song, man. I don't know what they were thinking. But anyway, you know, making those songs, you know, it takes money and, you know, just outsourcing that stuff. So I guess I'm curious of like, are they going to bring back said summoning songs? There's a couple summoning songs that we haven't heard. Like, we haven't heard the Wanderoid summoning song, which is for Y is Here, Cyborg Y. I think the summoning song for Y is Here is going to be Y is Here, Y attacks. And that's it. That's their summoning song. Is that the real Cyborg Y? They're going to somehow put those... All right. Enough jokes about that. No, but seriously, that's kind of what I want to see. Like, I want to see some sort of summoning songs happening. Yeah, let's put Hungrams on the screen. And then, of course, the Enma songs. I don't know if those are actually localized, but we want to hear, like, the Enma songs when you put in the Enma medals. Like, a lot of people like that. So I'm hoping that we get some sort of summoning songs back. And like that, on the same point, if we can somehow put a Japanese, like, just... You can toggle it from a menu. If you could just leave Japanese voice lines in there. I know that more modern day RPGs, or at least JRPGs, allow that option for some people. And, you know, a lot of people like that. So if you want to listen to, like, how the native Japanese voice actors did the entire game, I want that to be an option. That would be really cool. All right. Number 3. I got to scroll a little bit forward into this gameplay once we're past all this stuff. Number 3 is going to be pretty important to me. And right over here. Okay. Number 3, check this out. So you got a bike, right? Now, whenever you ride the bike in Yokai Watch games, it's pretty monotonous, right? In the main series games, you press down on the D-pad, you automatically spawn on top of your bike, and then it's whether or not you're going to be cycling like this or holding B for stamina to go faster. It's super monotonous. Like, you get bored of doing that. What I want to see is, okay, get this. Take a page out of, like, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater, all right? I grew up in, like, Tony Hawk 1 days, back on, like, N64 or whatever. Take a page out of that, or whatever BMX game. Take a page out of that and allow me to do some tricks or something while I'm going around town. Okay, this is going to be really fun. I know I caught your attention on this one because this is, like, really dear to me. Because... you know, when you think about it, okay, Yokai Watch isn't just go from point A to point B, advance the story, you're done with the game. There's so many things that you can do in Yokai Watch. I feel that some people, they like catching bugs. They don't like befriending yokai. They like catching bugs, or they like going fishing. There's a whole like fishing encyclopedia. There's a whole bug encyclopedia that you can do. There's so many things to do in the game that isn't yokai, which is really weird to say if you think about it. The fishing with the stylus and spinning it is really cool. Bug catching, it's RNG based, but there's a lot of things to do. And hear me out on this one. So on Nintendo Switch, right, Nate, we know he can jump. So why not be able to jump with the bike? Okay, do a little bunny hop with the bike. Okay, jump and press Y. Jump and press Y with the bike to do, I don't know, like a handlebar flip or something like that. You guys can do like insert BMX trick here, and then just give us an encyclopedia of these tricks to do. Hold the Y button. Hold the Y button when, or to do a wheelie, right? You could do a wheelie and then maybe like press the A button to do like a 360 while wheeling. If they made like an encyclopedia of all sorts of cool bike tricks that you can do, that would be so much fun. And it would be like a side thing. Like, hey, you know what? It's gonna be interesting. Thanks BoyLol3 for the super chat. The game is still in development right now. So anyway, yeah, so it can also be like expanded. Like in Yokai Watch, you're going to get whatever paint job you want. In certain games, you can get the gold bike, which is cool. It's like a status symbol. Yokai Watch 3, there's no gold bike. They took that out for some reason. And then you could change the bells. Like, okay, you can make it sound like Jibanyan. But what I would like to see is like an upgrade system. Kind of like in Yokai Watch 3, you can upgrade the rafts, right? You can upgrade the rafts to like go a little bit faster, to have a little bit better handling, more durability. What if you can find bike parts and you can put them together and make your bike even better? Maybe like higher jumps, faster tricks. I think that would be really fun. And then what if there was some NPCs, like this guy right over here, over in Springdale. This guy's the bike guru. And he's like, yo, did you do your bike tricks for today? And then it would be like a daily thing, like climbing the flagpole at the school. It would be, all right, did you do a wheelie today? Check. And then like after you do it more and more, maybe there's going to be a certain yokai locked behind it. Like Charlie, for example. You guys remember Charlie? Raise your hand in the comments. You remember Charlie from like the second episode of Shadowside? Maybe that's how you get Charlie in the game or something like that. I think that would be pretty interesting. Yeah, I mean, that can be expanded to like its whole different game. But it would give me something to do other than riding a bike from point A to point B when I'm not warping from Mirapo back and forth, which I hope will also be in the game because we need that. Imagine if you can insert your yokai medals into the bike. Dude, you get like a super bike in end game, just like the yokai drill, right? You put in like, I don't know, like a squishy medal, and then you get like a wibwab drill, or you put like a fire medal inside there and you get like a flaming bike. Dude, that'd be awesome. I would love that. All right. That's enough bike speak. We gotta move on. Okay, so yeah. Yeah, we talked about bikes. That's our number 3. All right, so number 4. Let's see. I can kind of scoot over to some different things over here. Let's take a look. Yeah, number 4 is going to be more along the lines of this. Okay, so we know in the game that there are bosses, right? We've seen the anatomy boss guy from Shadowside with Toma beating him up with his gigantic monster arm, and then Fudomyo comes out and slices him to death. We've seen Slimamander in Nate's story over here, but ultimately, for my number 4 on my list, I would want to see some sort of boss rematch and or boss rush. This is typically found in Yokai Watch games via the gym in downtown Springdale. You go through and rematch all the bosses, but it's not quite the same. It's going to be whatever yokai you have currently right now, you're going to beat them. I want some sort of memory app where you look into it and you say, okay, all of my yokai at this point in time, I want to be able to battle them exactly how I was, so that you can kind of like play them again and re-experience that. If there was like, you go into the Yokai Medallion and you could go into Slimamander's page and you click on it, it's like, okay, do you want a rematch? And then you can pick and choose, like rematch right now, like with your current team, or rematch with your older team. I think that would be really cool, and it would go a really long way. Likewise, I would really like to see some sort of boss rush, meaning you can go through just like the Springdale gym and you can pick and choose like what kind of bosses. You can do every single boss in existence with whatever team that you're bringing, or it can be like the Fabulous 4, the Irate 8, or something like that. I would really like to see something along those lines for a boss rush, because the bosses, like truly, like in Yokai Watch Blasters, all those bosses are awesome, man. Like Blasters, was such a good game with boss management and just overall battling that I felt that nothing compared to Blasters 1. Blasters T kinda tries to be like that, but Blasters T is really all about the lead up until there. I mean, you're going to use a handful of overused yokai like all the devas and maybe some other yokai, but that's really it. You're not bringing your favorite yokai into it because you don't want to have to deal with that. One person's always going to be Hino's All Awoken. One person's always going to be Infinite Enma, so that you get the infinite stamina. And then, like, where do you pick and choose? One person's a healer. I mean, anyway, Blasters T, we can go on and talk about that. But, like, what I really want to see is some sort of boss rush where you can pick and choose just like Blasters, and then you can choose and play them. I think that would be really cool. I think that'd be really cool. Anyway, so I'm going to actually go back. We're going to go back a lot. Let me see. Yeah, we're going to go back a little bit here. Let me see. Right here. So my next point is going to be... Let's see if it's actually visually over here. My next point is... Ta-da! Yeah, okay. So we can see this right here. Let me make this full screen. So my next point, number 5, is going to be hidden Easter eggs. Okay, so hidden Easter eggs within the game. Now, let me know in the comments. I'll actually take a look at you guys right now. Let me know in the comments if you guys see an Easter egg in this little picture and what the Easter egg is. I want to see Easter eggs hidden throughout the entire world. Level 5. Hey, Boldman. Yeah, dude. All right, I got you. Everyone say hi to Gizmonyan. Oh, okay, Gizmonyan's here. He wants to be an Easter egg. Gizmonyan wants to be an Easter egg, right? Come on now. You guys can see it. So, what I want like a whole bunch of Easter eggs like hidden through, like little details floating around. Yes, Matthew Sweeney, you absolutely got it. Over here, if you take a look, this is a throwback to Yokai Watch 3. It's a small, grainy texture, but it's a tiny little Easter egg. It's a little nod that the dev team snuck in there, and only the very, very astute people who pay attention to details would have noticed. Nate and Buck from Yokai Watch 3 right over here. So obviously it takes place after Yokai Watch 3. But yeah, I mean, I think that's really awesome. I want to see these little Easter eggs. You can take like the Yokai Watch movie posters. You could slap them somewhere. Give me something that alludes to Inazuma 11 floating around somewhere other than kicking the cans into the trash can. Or put something about little battlers' experience floating around somewhere over there. Like they did in Yokai Watch 3. You know, those little robots, LBX, and they turned it into YBX. I want to see something like that. But like, I want a little bit more. Hey, you know what? Put me in the game. Am I right? Wink, wink. Nudge, nudge. You can put Gizmo in the game. You can put like a little texture like in the community center. You can put my Twitter icon. It'll be cool. No one will notice unless you turn the camera around. It'll be there. All right, between you and me, devs, you can put me in the game. I'm fine. You have all my rights. You have all the rights to do it. No, that's kind of what I want to see. I want to see some Easter eggs, some little details. Level 5 has been outstanding with their attention to detail in every one of their environments. I feel that the Yokai Watch series and the whole franchise, like you can even look, dude, like everything has a place. You can notice that Nate over here is not wearing shoes when he enters someone's house. That's so cool. If you guys have played through any of the Yokai Watch games, you know that the level of detail is outstanding. You can go look inside the people's houses. Like, everything's there, dude. Like, look at this HD fruit right here. Are you kidding me? You show me another JRPG that has the amount of level of detail as level 5 does. You're not going to be able to. Look at this. Dude, fully textured plant right there. Garbage can. Awesome. Cool. Microwave. Look at this. I was even playing Yokai Watch 3 the other day, and I was in Jessica's house, and I opened up her fridge. Like, come on. That's awesome. Anyway, dude, the level of detail is outstanding, and I want them to take it a step further and throw some cool little hidden Easter eggs somewhere. All right, cool. That's number 5. All right, number 6 on my list. Whew, man, we're going through this pretty easily. Look at it, and he puts his shoes on after he leaves. It's so good, man. Oh, best game, dude. I'm telling you. All right, so next game, or next little thing on my list over here, is going to be the Medallion. And I kind of want to hear your points and theories about this one. Like, when it comes to the Yokai Watch Medallion, as of right now, in Yokai Watch 3, there's about 690 some odd befriendable yokai, and a whole handful of bosses to make a total of 652 yokai in Yokai Watch 3. A full 100% Medallion is 752, I'm sorry, 752. I made that medallion video the other day. It took me like 7 hours to make. So yeah, 752 yokai. Now that's not including all of the shadow side, light side yokai, which can be considered the same yokai because the arcs turn around the other side. And sure, you have shadow side, light side, Jibanyan. Maybe it counts as one. So let's say, for instance, you have all of those yokai, maybe like what, 50 of them? I don't know. And then you're going to take all these classic yokai from Shin's timeline, which is supposedly in the past, and you're already looking at 800 to 900 yokai. I would say if they're going to keep the entire medallion, maybe like even 1,000 yokai. Now, would you guys want a full-on comprehensive yokai medallion that houses all of those yokai in there? Or would you like them to take it a little bit further back to what we got used to in Yokai Watch 1? Maybe not deal with all the American yokai. You know, we can forget about those guys. And just go back to its roots, where there was like maybe 300 some odd yokai, and then you went from there. And then maybe later on, they can add in more. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think, but I kind of would like an expanded medallion of 752 plus, because that gives a lot more post-game, and it does allow for people to trade a lot more. So it's really intimidating. Trust me, it took me a couple months to get all the yokai in Yokai Watch 3. So like it's intimidating. And I would see it both ways. I would see the completionist that wants all of the yokai. Dude, even throw in those puny yokai, man. Like, I see those people, and then I also see the people like, dude, that's way too many yokai. I don't want to do that. So maybe they're going to do something around the middle point. Now, I'm not mentioning like all the crazy like puny yokai, because that I don't think that's canon. I mean, you got like the snack world as they're considered yokai. Like, are they really though? I don't know. We can argue that until we're blue in the face, but I think if we have an expanded medallion, that would be really cool. So that's number 6. Okay. So let's play a little bit more of this one. Now, get this, right? So you've got Nate over here. He's got his outfit. I think that's the I don't remember. That's not his BBQ outfit. No, that's his regular outfit with his little shirt and whatnot. Yeah, so that's his regular outfit, and he's got his shoes, right, and his pants or whatever. So since Nate is in that kind of clothing, my next point, number 7 on the list, is going to be character customization. All right. You've seen a little taste of it in Yokai Watch. You've seen a little taste of it in Yokai Watch 3, where we had Hey Leanne, and you can go talk to like the yokai in her bathroom, and then it like gives her pigtails, and you can walk around with these like really extravagant pigtails. And you can see during certain cutscenes of Yokai Watch 3, you're going to get like Hey Leanne in the Sailor Cuties outfit, or Hey Leanne in the detective costume, which is super fun. And I want to see something like that, but for all the characters within the game. Natsume Toma, Shin, Katie, of course. Maybe we get some different outfits for Katie, different hairstyles. You don't want it to be like super like, here's 700 different like clothing items or 20 different hairstyles. No, give me like a small select few that you can find in the overworld somewhere, and then allow me to change my character. Just like we can actually change the little dances at the very end of battle. You know, I want something like that. I think that would go really far. Or at least allow, you know, Nate to wear his BBQ outfit, or just something different. I think that would be really, really cool. Now, other than that, for character customization, like then that kind of goes into, all right, so are we going to see Buildanyan come back? And Buildanyan was really cool. Like, I like that. You got a custom Yan, and you can name it after your in real life cat, right? You can name it after your in real life cat, like you, dude. We named our Buildanyan Gizmonyan. And he was really cute, and I taught him every single cat move in the game. Painstakingly, for 3-hour sessions, I did. So I would really like to see something like that. Buildanyan could come back, that would be awesome. And even more of character customization. Like, what if they took a page from character customization in Yokai Watch 2? You guys remember those QR codes that were on the medals that came with Bony Spirits and Fleshy Souls for like Nyite and Nice or whatever the heck those like Soultimate moves? Yeah, that was like character move tutor things that you can teach Jibanyan. They never did do that again. So like all your yokai, they have like a set move set. Other than in like blasters where they can learn different moves. Like I want to see some sort of move tutor that comes on board. And like let's say for example you have Manjimut, or are we gonna go into another battle over here? Yeah, maybe. Let's take a look at Slimemander's battle one more time. So let's take a look at Slimemander's battle, and once we're in here, like you can see all the different moves that everyone has. Of course, if you're a watcher, you'll have the ability to do everything, but like I'm talking about the actual yokai. Like, for example, Jibanyan. Jibanyan historically has a whole bunch of cool moves. You know, he's got the uppercut, which is a strong attack. He's got like a charge up uppercut. He's got his little fire that he can do. I wish that there was like a move tutor, maybe towards the end of the game, that you can bring over a specific yokai and like maybe awaken a certain skill or ability with them. And you can kind of customize them a little bit more. I'm not asking for every single yokai to have fall back attack, because that would be a little bit broken. Because fall back attack's like the best move in Yokai Watch Blasters, because you do an attack, you move back, and you get invincibility frames. So it's like an attacking dodge. So no, I'm not asking for every single yokai to have fallback attack, but if you can kind of expand them and customize the characters even more, I think that'd be really great. All right, so moving on. This is actually going pretty swimmingly. Thanks for watching, and thanks for hearing me out on all this stuff. All right, cool. So number 8 on my list is going to be online multiplayer. Now, you guys can take a look at this. This is going to be pretty interesting. Online multiplayer is a staple in any Nintendo Switch game. If you're gonna input a Nintendo Switch game, if you're gonna release it, you definitely want some sort of online multiplayer. Let's do this Hungramps battle one more time. So yeah, you want that to happen. So let's say, for example, this is going to be your online multiplayer. I think there's going to be maybe, I would like to see 2 different ways of online multiplayer. I would like to see PvP. That'd be kind of fun. I mean, you never got to do that in Yokai Watch Blasters, so why not be able to do it here? It would be your watcher, which is whatever your character is going to be. You can pick and choose whatever main protagonist, and then your 3 yokai. And then that's it. And then you just go head to head. And then, you know, you can use whatever things, like you'd be on the other side of the street, we'd pick a fight, and then we just PvP it. Of course, we're going to have all like our RPG elements on our stats and different attitudes and whatever on what they're going to be doing when they're not controlled by you. But I think that would be pretty interesting. So, like, imagine a PvP where you can square off against 3 other yokai and another watcher and go from there. That'd be pretty interesting, but I can see where the devs wouldn't necessarily want that because, okay, let's say, for example, I mean, it is a kid's game, right? Let's say, for example, No Way got knocked out, Hungramps knocked out, Dimmy got knocked out, Hydabat, Noko, Jibanyan got knocked out, and all we have left is the 2 watchers? Like, what's gonna happen? Are you guys gonna be throwing haymakers and like doing like combos and like punching each other? Then like, okay, so that's not really that E for everyone. So I can see why they wouldn't do that. Or maybe better yet, maybe just do it 3 yokai v 3 yokai and just like clash at each other. Like, look at Nate just like did a haymaker on top of Hungramps' head. Like, I can imagine that that's going to be a thing. So anyway, look at this combo, boom, boom. Nate just destroys them. So I would really like to see something like that, but I can understand why they wouldn't want to put that in the game. Right? Makes sense. You don't want them to haymaker, then it's going to promote bullying. I mean, you're talking about Yokai Watch that promotes waiting at the stoplight so that you can press a button and then cross the street legally, or you know, doing your homework. So there's a lot of like life lessons of like leaving your shoes at the door and then coming into someone's house. There's a lot of little subtle life lessons in the game. You don't want it to be like a fist fighting thing. So maybe they'll tweak it, but I would like to see something like that. Other than that, I think that doing a boss fight online, like in Yokai Watch, I think that would be pretty cool. Like, let's say, for example, you got some quests, like in Yokai Watch Blasters. I'm gonna be the watcher. Who wants to be healer? Okay, cool. I'm gonna bring my Noko. Dude wants to be a ranger? Alright, cool. You bring your Hydabat. And then 4th player wants to be DPS Jibanyan? Alright, awesome. Now we have this online group of 4 people. I made a lobby, just like I did in Yokai Watch Blasters, and you all joined it. And I want that to be a thing too, because then that would promote online play with a lot of people and joining up with the community. I feel that would be amazing. I would host a live stream and say, hey, let's go do some bosses. Let's grind for materials like we did in Yokai Watch Blasters. And then I would open up the room to whoever comes on board. And then, if we wanted to, we could do a sponsor-only match where we can go with people on our friends list on Nintendo Switch. I think that would go very far, and I would love that. Trust me, I would. So please make that happen. Online, co-op, boss battles, you guys would love it. I'm telling you, you would. You'd play it with me. Be like, oh yeah, let's go. Let's grab your game and let's go beat up some bosses. I need these X materials in order to grind. And this boss drops gate globes. And this boss drops lottery tickets. I don't know. But anyway, I think that would be really cool if we did that. So anyway, so let's take a look over here. Number 9. No, here we go. Number 9 on my list. Yeah, number 9 on my list is going to be, it's going to be DLC. Now I'm going to put that out there saying DLC is good, right? We like DLC. We like the expansions of things as long as it's done right. People do DLC wrong. A lot of companies just do it wrong. They hold out on content and then they charge us for it. Even though we just dropped $60+. If you're buying it from Japan, I'm sure it's going to be a little bit more. But you're going to drop $60+ and you're going to hold out on content that's already on the game for us? No, don't do that. I would like to see some sort of DLC. And trust me, I'm all for buying it because the more DLC that's out there, the more money that Level 5 is going to make. Therefore, they're going to give us more games and more expansions and more things. It's going to be awesome because Level 5 is an indie company, man. They're indie. They do a lot of animation and yeah, that's great and all, and they have other IPs, but it's still indie, man. You got to support them by purchasing the game. Like we all purchase Yokai Watch 3. So I would love to see DLC within the game. Now, it can be anything, right? Imagine if there was day one DLC, it would be like the Jibanyan pack, where you can buy for $4.99 DLC on the Nintendo eShop. You get access to the Jibanyan, you know, Safanyan, Rubanyan, Topanyan, Eminyan, and Dianyan. You know, you get all those, and you have to buy them. And that's cool, right? You know, because those yokai are exactly that. That makes sense. In order to get their medals in Yokai Watch 1, you scan the little pack from San Diego Comic-Con. If you wanted them in Yokai Watch 2, you needed to crank them out of the Crankikai like once a day. Like, it was crazy to get those coins. So, you know, that's something that I would like to see. Imagine if there was a Lord Enma pack for $9.99. You have access to Lord Enma, but it had to be like post-game only. Like, you have access to Lord Enma Awoken, Solar Enma, Umbral Enma, Infinite Enma, Ancient Enma, throw him in there. Throw Grandpa Enma in there, whatever. Imagine if you had access to those just through like an Enma quest, like the DLC Enma pack, where you get access to like the Enma note or something crazy like that, where you can absolutely play and get them. I would love to see something like that, and I think that it would go really far. Dude, people go crazy over Enma. Just if you lock it behind DLC, you make a lot of money. Just saying. Just putting it out there. People will buy it. And anyway, I hear some of you guys like, dude, I don't want to pay any more money, man. I already paid $60. No, man. Just, you'll figure it out. You'll figure how to scrape up $10 and you'll pay it. Or just don't. Whatever. It's not forced upon you. You don't have to. So that's kind of my opinion on that. And trust me, like, I want the franchise to succeed, so therefore I'm going to buy it. That's really the mentality. Not like, oh, this game's trying to take more money away from me. Then you're the wrong fan, and you need to go far away from the franchise if you feel like that. Anyway, so yeah, that's good. I would like to see other DLC packs other than just Yokai. I would like to see maybe like once the game has already been out and it's already here, like maybe like 2 or 3 months down the line, they announce that they're going to be working on even more worlds. And let's say, for example, you go to the Gara Gara Resort from Yokai Watch 2. That would be amazing. We didn't get a chance to go to Gara Gara Resort in Yokai Watch 3, but it was a cool place, you know? You had the Kabuki Theater, you had that whole little spa resort where you can just battle. That would be an awesome, like, DLC experience pack, where you can go over there and you can earn more experience by battling in the hot springs. Or, you know, just hanging out in the roller coasters and then just playing that. I think that would be so cool. $4.99, Gara Gara Resort DLC. Done. And you could find more yokai over there or do anything. Imagine if there was like the Infinite Inferno, where you can also purchase it and it'll give you a lot more experience for your yokai, and you could just battle all those recolors, Hoggles and like Cat Cradle and just all of those yokai. I think that would be really awesome. Or let's say, since the games are in the past, what happens if there was a past version of BBQ? You know how BBQ is just the present version? What happens if they mapped out or textured a past version of it, where you can visit BBQ in the past? I think I would spend money to go explore that. But of course, I just don't want it day one. You know, let the game go, work on this a little bit later on, and then give us that. Because I'm kind of thinking like, I'm thinking like Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, like season pass, right? You buy this season pass, and then they're like, okay, cool. We love the toy box world that we made for you guys, and we want to expand on it. So we're going to be working on these things while you play the game, and give us like half of a year, give us a year, and then we'll go ahead and put out all this cool stuff for you guys for the season pass holders. I think that that DLC would go a long way. Yes. Okay, and last but not least, all right, yeah, last but not least, man, this is kind of taking a page from another franchise. Yeah, it is. Last but not least, let me go full screen on this one. Last but not least, our last number 10 on the list is going to be Ride Yokai. There you go, I said it, Ride Yokai. All right, so what? You know, imitation is the best form of flattery, right? Ride Yokai, man, come on, dude, are you kidding me? Who does not want Ride Yokai? All right, so I talked about riding on the bike, right? Riding the bike's cool, but have you ever ridden on Phalian's UFO? No, you haven't. That would be awesome. Oh man, imagine, okay, dude, you got bulky Shadowside Jibanyan. Like, he's so gigantic, he's able to jump like over skyscrapers and everything like that. He's able to jump on top of houses. Imagine if he just carried you. And then you just be running around like in the arms of Shadowside Jibanyan. How cool would that? Or like if you got Gargaros, man. Like Gargaros would like hold his like gigantic like stick, and he'd hold you in one hand, and you just be like walking around town. That would be so cool. Or like Navi Wolf is cool and everything, but imagine if you had Shadowside Komasan, you know, the little dog that that looks pretty awesome. I think he's like at the beginning. Let me see this. Yeah, yeah. So if you had Shadowside Komasan, and you were just like on top of him, and you were just like going really, really fast and jumping over stuff, that would be so cool. Man, Ride Yokai, that's right. Stubbs, riding Unikirin. That's like a horse on clouds. Why wouldn't you want to do that? Imagine if you had access to like Azure Dragon, or maybe like the light side form of Azure Dragon, or the shadow side form of him. He looks really awesome. Imagine that, like flying around town, like on these really cool yokai. Or if they had like a way of riding on top of Robanyan. That would be cool. I don't know how you do it, because Robanyan's super tiny, like that size, but I can see it happening. I would really like some sort of ride yokai. If it's a water elemental yokai, like Sailor Nyan, for example, maybe if you're near some water, you can take out Sailor Nyan and she'll spawn a boat. And you and Sailor Nyan will be on the boat, kind of like an Animal Crossing, where you go visit the little island with Kappa, or whatever his name is, Kappin. I think that would be really cool. I would really like something like that. So any water yokai. And if you had like SV Snaggerjag, you can hop on top of that ship, and then he'd say it's a big one. Come at me, matey. It's a big one. So you can hop on top of that ship. That's cool. Or maybe if they made like Great Bite Shark, if he came back, or the female version of Great Bite Shark, that would be pretty awesome. That thing can fly, right? Anyway, that's a lot of things, man. That's a lot of things that we talked about. All right, so that's about maybe 37 minutes, almost 40 minutes of me giving you guys my top 10 things I want to see in Yokai Watch 4. Did you guys enjoy that? Are any of these things that you guys would like to see within the game? If so, let me know. Because remember, we set out to make this video as like an open letter to Level 5, the devs, the Japanese, Level 5 HQ. I think that's going to be really good. Welcome, Pro Luigi. Thank you. So, yeah, let me know in the comments. That's what we're going to do right now. I'm going to budget about maybe 5-10 minutes about listening to what you guys have to say in the chat. So let's do that. Let's go into the chat right now, and we're going to expand on these topics. The question of the day is going to be, what would you like to see in Yokai Watch 4 that I didn't already mention? And, you know, if I mention something, once this video is done, you don't have to do it during live. Once this video is done, I would love to see you guys do like a bullet point list of everything that I said in my numbered format. You can say, okay, bullet point number 1, 100% medallion rewards. That's cool. I like the idea. Let's expand on it. And you go really, really specific on it. Or you like boss rematches, my number 4 bullet point. Cool. Expand on it in the comments when the comments arrive, so that I can show this to the devs. Devs can say, hey man, we can do some of these, and we can't necessarily do some of these. That's cool. Like, you're throwing like darts, and if one of them sticks, dude, then we did something awesome. So anyway, let me know. Okay, so this is pretty interesting. Okay, yeah. Okay, this is really good. Nerdy Kid Gamer. I didn't even mention this. Nerdy Kid Gamer 777 says Amiibo. And Amiibo's a brand. So you got to think of it that way. Amiibo's a brand. It's not necessarily the technology. The technology is the NFC, right? Near field communications. Level 5 has done that with the data figs from Snack World. If you guys remember the Snack World Treasure is Gold. I bought some of those data figs. I never opened them. I have them. They're displayed. So they do have the technology. And like in the Snack World for Nintendo Switch, you were able to take these Japanese little treasures and you can tap them on there and you're going to get items within the game. I would love this. I would love this idea. That would be really cool. Some sort of NFC support. We won't necessarily say Amiibo because that's a pipe dream, dude. Like there's a lot of like steps, logistics in order to get an Amiibo approved. I would love to see a Jibanyan Amiibo, don't get me wrong. But yeah, they haven't done that. So anyway, I think that would be really cool. So that's a really good one. Any others? Let me know. Let's see. Okay, Federica, this is a good one. It says, about the details thing, I would love the chance to interact with more objects in the world. Yeah, I agree. Like I was talking about, like Jessica's fridge. Dude, I was going crazy over opening Jessica's fridge. That would be cool. In Yokai Watch main series games, you can open up the toilet. You can turn on the shower inside the Blaster's house. You can wash your hands in the sink. Like, all those little things that probably don't take that much to program, I think that would be really cool to do. I think so. Okay, Nicholas Pistano says, grinding on rails with the bike. Yeah, dude, imagine that. Okay, so imagine you take a trek all the way up to Mount Wildwood Peak, and then you go over to the big slide. I mean, it's not really the safest thing in the world. In reality, a gigantic slide down a mountain, dude, people will get hurt. Got lawsuits waiting to happen. But if you could do some grinding with the bike on the slide all the way down, dude, that would be so cool. Oh, man, that would be really awesome. That would be really, really cool, man. Michael says, more minigames. I need it. Yeah, minigames are pretty fun. Like, level 5, I'm telling you, the level of detail that they put in their games. Like, you had the eating minigame, where it's like timed base, and you get, yum, I love it. More. Just don't do it with Katie, okay? Just don't do it with Katie eating the meals in Yokai Watch 2. But no, I would love that. And then like the different rhythm games, that would be pretty cool. Yokai Watch 3 had rhythm games, and I think Yokai Watch 2 did. They were hard to spawn, but there was something there about that. I think that would be pretty cool. Yeah, Fluffy's reminded me of Yokai Watch Kart minigame. Yeah, that was also a really good one. Yokai Kart, dude. Yokai Kart was amazing. If you guys don't remember, that was in, I think, Yokai Watch 2, they started that one, where you would go on a bike and it would be top down, and you can literally like go around like a little course, watching out for like Happy Air, and Cheek Squeak would slow you down with a fart. You had Naked Speed, who would give you a speed boost. I would love something like that, even if it was like, if you're waiting for something to load within the game, and you can do that on a loading screen. Just play that like a dumbed down version of it. Oh my gosh. Or if you could do Yokai Kart with 4 players, I think that would be really awesome. Ooh boy, let's see. I'm trying to read some more of these guys. Yeah, okay, that's good. Bowsat in the comments says, I want the arcade to let you play minigames. That's true. There really isn't anything done in the arcade besides like flashy lights and maybe a quest here and there. And you can't really do anything in the arcade. I wish that it would be fleshed out as well. That would be pretty awesome. Yeah, I like that one. I like that one a lot. All right, I'm looking at these comments here. Skates and bike tricks. Yeah, we already talked about that one. Madness King, hoping the story's consistent. Okay, yeah, I think the story's going to be pretty good. So we'll hold off on that. Ash says wants more Haley-Ann. Yeah, Haley-Ann's pretty cool. We haven't gotten any confirmation if Haley-Ann's going to be in the game, but I'm like 100%, 99% sure that she's going to be in there. She's such a great character. Anyway, let's see. Oh, that's pretty cool. Master Zilla Gaming says, I would like the return and expansion of New Yokai City. Yeah, that's right. New Yokai City was just a small little taste of what like a Yokai City would be like. That'd be pretty cool if we can go over there and do that. Yeah, or even like the yokai world in general. So we kind of touched base on that a little bit earlier. Okay, let's see. Easier way of getting Pandanoko, says Jade Orchid. Yeah, I don't know how people are going to get Pandanoko. There's no Street Pass. There's no Street Pass on the Nintendo Switch, so I'm not really sure how. It's probably going to be like one of the most involved quests in the game, and like Starry-no-Go if he's still in the Medallion. But it'll probably be a very, very involved quest, and who knows? And everyone will get it. But it has to be rare. See, here's the thing, though. Like, throughout the history of Yokai Watch, the value of yokai have fluctuated plenty. You know, you've got your handful of hackers out there that we're not going to name any names, but, you know, they've really devalued certain yokai, and that's unfortunate. So I'm really hoping that since there's not going to be QR codes that, you know, people can hack and publicize and anything like that, since there's not going to be QR codes, I'm hoping that yokai values will be set with what they're supposed to be at. You know what I mean? Like, put digital exclusives, all right, cool, make them happen. These super really, really rare yokai, I want them to be really rare. I don't necessarily want Forbidden Fruit to happen. Like, Forbidden Fruit was fun and all, but like that took away the true joy of the RNG involved with Yokai Watch. I don't unpopular opinion, I don't necessarily want Forbidden Fruit in the game. And if you're gonna put it in the game, maybe put only a certain amount of them, or have them as quest rewards. But yeah, so I mean, we'll see about that. I really hope that Pandanoko is going to be like the super top rank as far as like the rarest yokai, which is Pandanoko's job. You got one job, Pandanoko, and that's just to be rare. That's it. But like historically, people have like hacked in Pandanokos and like given them away as like giveaways on their sites or whatever. That's stupid. Don't buy into that stuff. Anyway, what else? Let's see. Oh, that'd be pretty cool. A DLC where you can go with Haley to outer space. That's pretty interesting. Yeah, that'd be interesting. I'd like to see that. What else? Anything else? Other than that, we're gonna call it. I think we had a great time talking about our top 10 things. We did this live, unscripted. It's fun. So yeah, let me know. You guys let me know. That would be pretty interesting. We'll take one more suggestion, then we'll call it a day. About 45 minutes of talking about this is really fun, and I really hope to see you guys in the comments talking about all of the things that I'm talking about and just like expanding on them and being as specific as possible. Zombie Night? Oh, Wesley? Yeah, that'd be pretty cool. I heard that the dev team really enjoyed Zombie Night, so really hoping that they can figure that out. Find a way of somehow doing that. I think that was really fun in BBQ, so maybe Zombie Night DLC pack. That'd be interesting. Let's see. Localize the toys from Japan. We're not gonna really go into merchandise too much, but it's probably not gonna happen. That ship has sailed, dude. It's not gonna happen. Different types of food. Yeah, different types of food is probably always gonna be, that's a staple since day one. It's a good idea. Let's see. Passwords, since there's not gonna be QR codes, but shorter passwords. Yeah, we'll see what happens with passwords. I mean, I don't necessarily want passwords in the game because it's inevitable, dude. People out there are hackers. They'll hack the Nintendo Switch day one. They'll get all the passwords and then just like feel like a champ because they spread that information to everyone. No, man, forget that. Don't put passwords in the game. Forget it. No, man, let me go and get these yokai without passwords, please. But anyway, I can see the allure of passwords because it's easy. You already have them in the game, but we'll see. All right, guys, that's going to be it. Thank you guys so much for watching. You guys are amazing. You guys are a great crowd. Thanks to all of you guys who pitched in with the discussion. Again, like I talked to you guys earlier, I listed probably more than 10 things, but it's our top 10, and I made 10 categories for it. I want to hear from you guys. That's really what I want. I want to hear from you guys in the comment section. What do you guys feel about this? The game is still under development. The devs are still looking into adding more things for the game. The game apparently is coming out in spring 2019. Who knows? I'm not going to hold my breath on if that's going to be in May, June, or July. I wouldn't mind. Push it back. Make it good. Get that localization for like a worldwide release, and we're going to be all set. I would love that. But anyway, I know that people got deadlines and board of directors and all that stuff. Like, I understand it. So I wouldn't mind if you guys push the game a little bit. Are you guys with me on that one? Push the game back. As long as you can secure localization, so worldwide release, and we can all play this in our native languages, I think that would be a killer win. You'd make so much money that back. Anyway, that's it. I can be here all day talking about Yokai Watch 4. Trust me, and I will. You guys can look forward to me playing Yokai Watch 4 when it comes out, possibly earlier. And then you guys, if you guys want more discussion on Yokai Watch 4, take a look in the description. I've got 3 videos linked over there for all the different gameplay trailers, so you guys can take a look at me reacting to this old gameplay and everything like that. It's going to be a fun one. So thanks for watching. We'll see you guys on the next one. Join up with even more Yokai Watch content throughout the week. We've got some really, really cool things planned, such as like Inazuma 11 gameplay on the channel. It's going to be really fun. Thanks for being here. And again, I can't stress that enough. Share the video so that we get more people on board with the discussion, because you never know who's got that really awesome idea that the dev team could potentially implement. So we'll see you later. Thanks for watching. Take care.